Hello everyone. Welcome back to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will discuss some exercises, questions for blood relations. So let us start. Now, in the previous lectures, we discussed that there are three types of problems that can be formed in blood relations. We discussed type 1 in detail in the previous lecture. In today's lecture, we will discuss type 2 and type 3 in detail. So, what is type 1? Type 1 is blood relation puzzle. That means you have to draw a complete family chart or a blood relation chart to be able to solve these types of questions. So, I've told you whenever we talk about blood relations, we actually cover two types of relations. First relation is your actual bloodline. So, your father, your mother, your sisters, your children, your grandchildren, grandparents, these are your bloodlines, your aunts and uncles and nephews and niece. These are all your bloodlines. Then we have another type of relationship, that is your in-laws. So in-laws is basically whenever you marry, your spouse's family becomes your in-laws. So your mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, those kind of relationships are your in-law relationships. So whenever we talk about blood relations in your competitive exams, we look at both these type of relationships. So we look at the extended family. And I've told you three important points to remember while solving questions on blood relations. The first point was to never assume any gender. Do not assume gender. So until and unless it is specifically mentioned in the question, the gender of the person is mentioned, or you can derive it based on the data that is given in the question, then you can determine the gender. But otherwise you cannot assume the gender based on name. For example, if you have a name, let's say Lalita, which is a very common female name, but in your examination, if you see Lalita written in the question, we do not assume that the person is female. It could be male or female. So from examination point of view, the question can be a trick question or a difficult question. So we do not assume gender while solving questions on blood relations. The second point I have told you is to use different symbols. Use different symbols. Why do we do this? Basically to avoid any sort of confusion. When I talk about me, I use M and F to represent whether the person is a male or a female. Some people use a triangle or a square or a plus or a minus. So whatever works for you. Within the same generation, I use a simple line to denote a sibling bond. A double-headed arrow to denote a sibling bond and a simple line to denote a spouse bond. So this is what I use. But some people actually show sibling by single line, spouse by double line, or vice versa. So whatever works for you, you can make your own symbols that you will remember, or you can use mine, or you can use any other symbol that you prefer. Then third is to always draw a family chart or a family tree. Draw a family tree generation wise. Draw a family tree generation wise, or generational family tree you can call it. So this also you should do in order to avoid any sort of confusion while solving questions on blood relation. So in today's lecture we will discuss type 2 and type 3. So type 2 is coded blood relations. It is a mixture of coding and decoding plus blood relation. So two concepts are being used. First concept is of coding and decoding, and then the other concept is of blood relation. So very simply, for example, it is written A#B means A is the father of B. Okay, A#B means A is the father of B. So this is simple coded blood relations. This symbol is being used to code this relationship between A and B. Now pay attention whenever you see something like this. In this particular question, we have A is the father of B. If it is written B is the father of A, both of them actually have different meanings, different derivations. If A is the father of B, we will write it like this. A is male and father of B. So B's gender would be unknown and A's gender is specified, that is male. In case of the second one, that is B is the father of A, it will be written like this. B is the father of A, where B will be male and gender of A will be unknown. So please pay attention as to how the coding is. Okay, Then we have type 3, that is based on conversation. So basically a person or two persons are having a conversation, and based on that conversation we have to derive the blood relationship between the persons. Okay, so let us start by discussing type 2 first. Type 2, coded blood relations. So coding, decoding plus blood relations. Let us look at this question. Question number 1. Question number 1 says A into B means A is the father of B. So it is coded like this. A plus B means A is the mother of B. A divided B means A is the brother of B. Then which of the following expression shows that Q is the son of P? So basically what do we have to do? We have to check for each option. We have to make a small family chart. Correct? And based on that family chart, we have to identify that in which option this relation is being showcased or this relation is being represented. So Q is the son of P. This should be the derived relationship in any one of the options. Okay, so let us start with option number 1. Option number 1 says Q plus P. So Q plus P means what? Plus P means Q is the mother of P. So Q will be female, mother of P. P's gender is unknown. P into R means P is the father of R. So P is the father of R. So P would be male. Now in this particular diagram, can we identify that Q is the son of P? No. Q is the mother of P. So this is the wrong option. This is the wrong option. Right? Let us move on to option number 2. Option number 2 says P plus Q. So plus means what? P plus Q means P is the mother of Q. So P is the female mother of Q. Now based on this diagram, I can judge that Q is the child of P. But gender of Q is still unknown. So let us look forward. Q into R means Q is the father of R. So if Q is the father of R, what would be the gender of Q? Q would be male. Q is the father of R. So can we derive from this expression that Q is the son of P? Yes, because Q's gender is determined now. So answer will be option number 2. Option number 2 will be the correct answer to this question. Okay. Question number 2. Question number 2, again coding decoding is given to us. These are the codes. Based on these codes, we have this expression. So first we will draw a family chart based on this expression. Then we will answer the question that which of the following statement is not correct. So in the next slide, we have 4 statements and we have to identify which is not correct. So the first thing to do is draw the family chart. A plus G means A is the father of G. So the chart will be like this. A is male, father of G. Correct? G and I. G and I denotes G is the brother of I. So G is the brother of I. That means G will be male. Gender of I is still unknown. Correct? I plus R. So I plus R means I is the father of R. So if I is the father of R, gender of I will be male and gender of R would be unknown. Correct? R@S means R is the sister of S. So R is the sister of S. That means R would be female. S's gender is unknown. S@T means S is the sister of T. So they have another sibling T. S gender is female since S is the sister and T's gender is unknown. Correct? T hashtag U means T is the wife of U. So if T is the wife of U, that means T would be female and U would be male. T is the wife of U, T would be female and U would be male. So this bond shows sibling and this bond shows spouse. Okay? Now, U and V means U is the brother of V. So U has a brother. I am drawing the bond like this. Let's say T is this side. Okay? We have T female married to U male and U has a brother V. Okay? U is the brother of V. So U is the brother of V. V's gender is unknown. Okay? We have to identify which of the following statement is not correct. So we have to first see which one are correct, and the one that is not correct will be the answer. So let us look at statement number 1. Statement number 1 says, I is father-in-law of you. I is father-in-law of you. So let us check the arrangement. I is father-in-law of you. So I is father of T and T is married to you. So I would definitely be the father-in-law of you. So this one is correct. Okay, this one is correct. Option number 2 says A is the maternal grandfather of T. That means maternal grandfather. Maternal means mother's side. Mother's side. This is what you mean by maternal. And what do you mean by paternal? Paternal means father's side. Correct? Now, so A is the maternal grandfather of T. So let us check. A is the maternal grandfather of T. So A I can see is basically not maternal but paternal, because it is A is I's father and I is T's father. So it is father's fathers, right? It is father's fathers, not mother's fathers. So if it is father's fathers, it is father's side, so it is paternal grandfather. Okay, it is paternal grandfather. So it is not maternal but paternal grandfather. Paternal grandfather. So this should be my answer, but let us check. Okay, option number 3 says G is the brother of I. So let us check. G is the brother of I. Is this correct? Yes, they have a sibling bond. G is the brother of I. This is correct. Then option number 4 says R is the paternal granddaughter of A. So if I look at the arrangement, R is the paternal granddaughter. Yes, because this is father's fathers. So this one is also correct. So option number 2 is the only one that is incorrect. Rest all the 3 are correct statements. We had to find out the one that was not correct. So answer will be option number 2. A is the maternal grandfather of T. This is incorrect. Answer should be A is the paternal grandfather of T. Okay. Question number 3. Question number 3, A plus B means A is the father of B. A minus B means A is the mother of B. A into B means A is the brother of B. Then which of the following expression shows that Q is the son of P? So we have to look at an expression that shows Q is the son of P. So if I check option number 1, R into P means what? R into P means R is the brother of P. So R is the brother of P. So R would be male, gender of P is unknown. Correct? P minus Q means P is the mother of Q. So P is the mother of Q. So P would be female. But Q's gender is not known. We have to identify that Q is the son. So Q should be male. So this is not the correct answer. We cannot identify this relationship based on this expression. Okay. Moving on to option number 2. Option number 2 says P plus Q. So P plus Q means P is the father of Q. P is the father of Q will be denoted like this. Q minus R means Q is the mother of R. So if Q is the mother of R, Q would be female. Q has to be male because Q is the son of P. So with this option also we cannot identify the relationship. Correct? Moving on to option number 3. Option number 3. Option number 3 says P minus Q. So P minus Q means P is the mother of Q. Correct? It will be denoted like this. Q into R means Q is the brother of R. If Q is the brother of R, Q would be male and R's gender would be unknown. So we had to identify Q is the son of P. Yes, with the help of this expression, I can identify that Q is the son of P. So answer will be option number 3. Option number 3 will be the correct answer. Okay. Question number 4. Question number 4, A hashtag B means A is the sister of B. A at the rate B means A is the son of B. A and B means A is the father of B. And A percentage B means A is the mother of B. These are the codes that are given to us. So first thing we will do is we will identify a family chart with the help of this expression. Correct? and then we will answer the question. Okay, so let us start. W at Q means what? W is the son of Q. So W is male because he is the son of Q. Q's gender is not known, right? Q hashtag T. Q hashtag T means Q is the sister of T. So Q is the sister means Q would be female. T's gender is unknown. Q is the sister of T, right? T and Y means T is the father of Y. T is the father of Y, so T has a child Y. And T is the father, so T would be male. But gender of Y is not known. Correct? Y at M means Y is the son of M. So if Y is the son, that means Y would be male. And son of M means M would be the spouse of T. So if T is male, M would be female. Correct? This much can we draw? Yes. Moving forward, M percentage K. So M percentage K means M is the mother of K. So if M is the mother of K, that means K would be the sibling of Y. But K's gender is unknown. K's gender is unknown. So this would be the family chart. Okay, this is the family's chart. Now, we have to find out how Q is related to K. We have to find out how Q is related to K. So over here, I can see Q is basically K's father's sister, right? Q is K's father's sister. So answer will be option number 4, father's sister. Correct? This will be my answer. Question number 5. Question number 5, again a set of codes are given to us. These are given to us. Expression is given to us and we have to answer this question. Okay? Now, G hashtag H means H is the daughter of G. So please pay attention. A hashtag B means B is the daughter of A. Not A is the daughter of B. So tricks like these can help you in your examination. So please pay attention. It is B is the daughter of A. So G hashtag H will mean H is the daughter of G. H is the daughter of G. So H would be female. G's gender would be unknown. Right? H and I means H is the mother of I. So H is the mother of I. So I's gender is unknown but H is female. That is already confirmed. Okay. I at J. I at J means I is the husband of J. If I is the husband of J, I would be male. J would be female. Correct? J and K means J is the mother of K. If J is the mother of K, that means I and J have a child together called K, but the gender of K is unknown. So gender of G is also unknown and gender of K is also unknown. Now let us look at the question. The question asks, how is H related to G? So H is over here and J is over here. So how is H related to J? H is the mother-in-law of J because H is the mother of I and I is spouse of J. So H would be the mother-in-law of J. So answer would be option number 4, mother-in-law. Clear? Okay. Question number 6. Question number 6 says A plus B means A is the brother of B. A into B means A is the sister of B. A divided B means A is the father of B. We have to find out which of the following expression shows that P is the sister of R. That means P has to be female. Correct? P is the sister of R. This relationship we have to find out. So let us check with option number 1. Option number 1 says P divided Q. So P divided Q means P is the father of Q, right? If P is the father, we need P to be female. If P is the father, this is straight up incorrect. We cannot get P female in this particular expression. Okay. Moving on to option number 2. Option number 2, P plus Q. P plus Q means P is the brother of Q. So if P is the brother, again it means that P cannot be female. So this expression is also incorrect. Right? Option number 3. P into Q. P into Q means P is the sister of Q. So let us proceed with this. P is the sister of Q. So female, Q's gender is unknown. Q divided R means Q is the father of R. So if Q is the father of R would be P's niece or nephew, not the sister. So this is also incorrect, right? Let us check with option number 4. Option number 4 says P into Q. That means P into Q means P is the sister of Q. So like this, P would be female, Q's gender is unknown, and Q plus R means Q is the brother of R. So if Q is the brother of R, Q would be male, R's gender is unknown. But these three are of the same generation. So if P is the sister of R, this can be denoted with the help of option number 4. So option number 4 will be the correct answer to this question. Right? Option number 4 will be the answer. Okay? Moving forward to type 3, that is based on conversation. So in these type of questions, we have certain conversations between people. We have to identify the relationship that is asked in the question based on these conversations. Okay? So let us look at question number 1. Question number 1 says, pointing out to a lady, Rajan said. So Rajan is saying this, okay? Rajan is saying this, that the lady is the daughter. So there would be a person over here, daughter of the woman, who is the mother. Who is the mother of the husband of my mother. So Rajan's mother's okay, husband. Rajan's mother's husband. Okay, so mother of the husband of my mother. So this particular relationship will be established. Let me repeat. Rajan said the lady is the daughter of the women, that is the mother of the husband of my mother. So this relationship will be established. So basically the mother has two kids now, the husband and the lady. So what would be the relationship between husband and the lady? Between husband and the lady, they both have the same mother. So the relationship would be of siblings. Correct? Husband is male, the lady would be female. Correct? And mother would be female. This would be female. Rajan's gender is not known. We have to identify what is the relationship between lady and Rajan. So now if I look over here, if a lady is your husband's sibling, what would be the relationship with you? If we are at Rajan's place, if we have a lady that is the sibling of my father, what would be the relationship with that lady? That lady would be my aunt. So answer will be option number 1, aunt. Clear? This would be the answer. Question number 2. Pointing to a photograph, a man said, okay, the man said, I have no brothers or sister, no brother or sister, but that man's. So there is a man in the photo, correct? There is a man in the photo. That man's father, okay, that man's father is my father's son. So my father's son. That man's, this is, let's say this is me. That man's father is my father's son. So my father will have two kids, right? And the relationship between me and the father will be of siblings. Correct? We have to identify whose photograph was it. So whose photograph could be it? Whose photograph could be it? It could be his son's photograph. So since the person has no brothers or sisters, okay, since the person has no brothers and sisters means this person is the same person. He does not have a brother or sister. So it would be like this. This person would be me. Let's say the person is X. Okay, we have given the name X. Let's say this is X. So let us look over here. I have no brothers or sister, but that man's father is my father's son. So X will be over here. So whose photograph was it? It was his own son's photograph. So answer will be option number 2, his son, since he does not have a brother or a sister. If it was not mentioned in the question whether he has a brother or a sister, the relationship could be of a nephew. But over here, it is mentioned specifically that there is no brother or sister. That means it would be X himself and the photograph would be of his own son. So his sons would be the answer. Okay. Question number 3. Pointing to a boy, Veena said, pointing to a boy, he is the only son of my grandfather. So, let's say Veena would be in which generation? Veena would be over here, correct? Veena would be over here because the grandfather in the third generation. So, he is the only son of my grandfather, correct? So Veena would be related to, how would boy would be related to Veena? So Veena and boy would be in the same generation. They have the same grandfather. So the relationship of Veena and boy would be, the boy would be the brother of Veena. Correct? The boy would be the brother of Veena. So answer will be option number 2, brother. Correct? This will be the answer. Okay. Question number 4. Question number 4 says, pointing towards a person in the photograph, Anjali said, this is, let's say, the person in the photograph. Okay. He is the only son. So, only son of the father. Okay. Of the father of my sister's brother. So, my sister's, let's say Anjali is over here. Anjali is female. Female. Anjali's sister's brother's son. So, pointing towards a person in the photograph, Anjali said, he is the only son. So, only son, I've told you there are two interpretations. Only son can mean only child and it can mean only male child. So, which is the correct interpretation? Only son can mean only child and only male child. Which is the correct interpretation? This is the correct interpretation. We cannot interpret that he is the only child. So, he is the only son of the father of my sister's brother. So, how is that person related to Anjali? How is that person related to Anjali? That person is Anjali's brother. The relationship is of brother. That person is Anjali's brother. But is it given in the question? No. So, answer will be option number 4, none of these. This would be the answer. Okay. Option number 4, none of these. Question number 5. Example 5. Rita told Mani, the girl I met yesterday at the beach. So, Rita is telling Mani. Okay, Rita is telling Mani that there is a girl that I met yesterday at the beach was the youngest daughter. So, female of the brother-in-law. So, daughter of somebody's brother-in-law. Brother-in-law of my friend's mother. So, friend's mother. So, there is a friend, correct? Friend has a mother and the relationship between mother and brother-in-law is over here. We have to find out how is the girl related to Rita's friend. So, Rita's friend, if I see, the girl would definitely be the cousin of Rita's friend. So, answer will be option number 1, cousin. This would be the answer, option number 1, cousin. Okay? So, this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.